What's good with y'all, my people? I haven't really uploaded a video in a while, and there's a good reason for that. I actually just wanted to get on here and explain a couple things about my current mind state, as well as things that I go through in my day to day life. Now, this isn't anything that has to do with me trying to get like a pity party or anything like that, because I understand we all go through things, but that doesn't change the fact that I've been going through a lot over the past couple of years, and I just want to like speak on it because I did kind of leave y'all hanging. And the main reason why I did is because my mind is a very random place. I go through depression among other ailments, severe depression, matter of fact, where I contemplate doing things to myself and other people almost daily. But all things are possible through the proper medication, which I am thankful for. Now, what really drove me to edge over this channel is that, I had paid for promotion through Doggy Diamonds. And shout out to him. I ain't got nothing really bad to say except, I don't know, like the interaction was just kind of strange. That's how I'm gonna leave it. But shout out to him. Like I support his channel. I like his channel a lot. I've been following this since the Ali Vegas interview where he was talking about different conspiracy theories that he saw behind the scenes that certain rappers be doing. Like he pretty much co-signed a lot of the online conspiracy theories, and ever since then I've been rocking with him. Now, the money isn't really important to me. I know we all need money and all that, but that's not even the point of my disappointment. My point is he has such a huge following. He still does. And he posted me on all of his accounts, but I didn't really see hardly any growth. And let me start off by saying I appreciate everybody that sub to my channel, that follows me, that be waiting for my videos, that got the notifications on. That's no slight to y'all. I really appreciate y'all. Every comment that I get, it really warms my heart because y'all, not only did you watch the video, but then you want to share your thoughts too. That's why I try not to disrespect people when they do that, because I really am thankful. Even if you don't agree, certain days I might, be going through it outside of like YouTube, and I might, clap back at a comment, but it's really not nothing personal. Really don't block anybody or remove comments unless you're being very derogatory towards me. So with that being said, I waited and waited and waited and waited for any kind of results on my channel growing, and it did grow. I got probably like 2 or 3 subs, but like I said, this man has a very strong following. I be seeing his live streams. He gets hundreds of people on his live streams across like all his social medias. He does great numbers, got great interactions. So I expected, I'll be honest with y'all, maybe I expected too much, but I was expecting like maybe like 50 subs. 50 subs. I spent like 100 for promotion or whatever, but I didn't even get a fraction of that. And as I said, I deal with very severe depression. A lot of those uploads that I was uploading, I was literally forcing myself to do, and not because I feel like I have to do YouTube. Nobody else should do YouTube. It's because me personally, I enjoy making content, but I don't enjoy not growing. You feel me? I don't like that. I have actually been attempting to put more of my personality in these videos, and it's just very difficult for me to do due to my monotone voice. I'll be honest with y'all, my voice has always been monotone. Can't help it. Ever since I was a kid, it was like that. So whenever I put too much emotion into my voice, it just feels not authentic. So I just try to be myself or whatever, you feel me? Also, in the beginning of my YouTube career, I was trying to be more proper, and I can still do that. I still like doing that. It's just like eventually it's just like, dog, like I'm tired of like making content like that, you feel me? Not necessarily like the subject, but literally those scripts that y'all would see me, basically read off of in the video, like 20-30 minutes long, give or take. Those scripts would take me an hour or two just to record my voice because I would be so caught up on like a little slur. I would just redo the whole thing. And that's pretty much why it would take so long. I'm kind of like a low-key perfectionist. Like I would go back and listen to my old videos, and sometimes the sound was off. Like that's another thing too, when I'm making the video, editing, and then I processed it. It plays great on my laptop, like no glitches and nothing. But then when I put it on YouTube, it's like hit or miss sometimes. Sometimes my voice isn't that loud. Other times it's too loud. Sometimes the music is too loud. Sometimes it's too quiet. Y'all can't hear it. Sometimes, like the little clips or the images that I put in my video, sometimes they come out blurry in YouTube, but then I watch the file back on my laptop and it's clear as day. And that was another thing that was very frustrating for me because I didn't know what was really causing. I think I saw the issue, but that was like another thing as well. Another thing too is that in my personal life, I have to figure out what city I want to really move to because I'm not very happy where I live at in the United States. I'm here my whole life, more negative than positive experiences. I had some positive, I want to say it's 40-60. And I'll be honest with y'all, like throughout most of my life, I've always had to deal with somebody like lying on me or making light of situations, trying to antagonize me, and I'm just really tired of that. So I do stay to myself a lot. I don't really do hardly anything because part of the reason, but then another reason is that I've done everything I wanted to do here. There's not really much here in this city. There's a bowling alley, there's a gaming arcade, but newsflash, I have pretty much all the games that they have hooked up to those TVs. So I'm literally driving down there for the ambiance, but I'm not feeling it. You feel me? So there's that. Like, it's really like nothing for me to do. I don't really want to date anybody here because the STI rates are just so crazy. And I had a scare a couple of years ago with that, and she was like trying to run like a smear campaign with her family or whatever because I told the truth about it. But that's neither here nor there. It's whatever. I ain't got nothing really kind to say about those people, so let's just move on. Another thing too is that there hasn't really been a lot of things that's happened that interested me, and the things that did interest me, I didn't really feel like they was worth making a video on because it would have been, a few minutes or whatever. There's a couple things that happened that I do want to speak on, but I couldn't really find the words for it because I was just so deep in my own depression and trying to go to work and take care of my family, be there for them, and, try to be productive in society with a smile on my face. And that wears on you after a while when you smiling, but you don't really feel like smiling. And not even just like depression, it's just like I have a very serious face and sometimes I don't feel like smiling. So that's another reason why I don't really like leaving the house as much, because since I have a serious face, people look at me serious, but then when I'm smiling, people want to smile, and it's just like, dog, just leave me alone, move over there. That's what I'm thinking. And I'm not like mean to people, it's just sometimes I don't feel like smiling. I think I should have the right to not want to smile if I don't feel like smiling. If there's nothing to smile about, why are you looking at me like, why are you not smiling? Just move around, man. It's some goofy ass shit, man, for us. Part of my French. So yeah, and then on top of that, like a lot of the topics I was coming up with, I had already spoke on them in some way, shape, or form in like a past video, and I was just like, I don't want to talk about this, like regurgitating. And I hate regurgitating. I really hate doing that to the point where I don't even study. I didn't study at all through grade school, middle school, high school, the little bit of college that I went through. I never actually studied. The most I actually did was reread a chapter. I don't like studying because it's like regurgitating. I don't like doing that. I know that's probably like a flaw, character flaw, or whatever, but that's just how I always was. And I always got good grades when I was, in school. So it was like, I was always book smart. Just had to pay attention. So yeah, my content took a hit because on top of that, I feel kind of hopeless, trying to like turn my life around and be a better person or whatever. But it's just so much negativity and depression in my life right now, dealing with sick relatives and living a situation not the best and trying to figure out how to progress in this hell that we call life. But it is what it is. But yeah, I appreciate everybody that stuck around. I did check my subscriber count. I was expecting people to unsub and, move on or whatever. But cause that's usually what happened. Like, it's just very bizarre. I haven't uploaded in like 3 weeks and my sub count is still the same. Appreciate y'all. But there's been time where I didn't upload for like a week and some change, and then my sub count just takes a hit. Like, I lose like 5 subscribers. So I don't understand it's a blessing, don't get me wrong. I don't get it. Thought I would have lost like 20 subscribers by now. I'm thankful I didn't, but that's just what I was thinking because I haven't really looked at my YouTube studio in some days. You know, just going through the motions. But yeah, subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment your thoughts down below. Show some love to the boy. If you're going through similar, let me know. You're not in this alone. If you are going through something, just know, man, you got a friend in me. Just know, woman, you got a friend in me for real. Yeah, stay up, be safe out there. It's a lot of crazy stuff. My city is just a war zone at this point. You know, I see road rage almost every time I drive my car. Just stupid people. If you want to get around me that bad, just go around me. Not even gonna try to race you or beat you to the light, whatever. We gonna get it the same light anyway. You're gonna be looking stupid. So it's just like, whatever. But yeah, I'm out, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Everybody clicked on the video and stayed in tune with me. I appreciate y'all. Much love. Happy holidays. One.